This episode of Against the Odds is brought to you by Card Kingdom. To pick up the deck and support the show, follow the link in the description box down below. Hello everyone, it's Seth, probably better known as Saffron Olive, and it's time for another edition of Against the Odds. So, last week, we had a Planeswalker Tribal Against Odds poll, one of our traditional themes, a recurring sub-series on the Against Odds series, and in the end, it was Tamiyo that came out on top. So today, we are heading to Modern to play Tamiyo Tribal, a deck that's looking to not just play every Tamiyo in Magic, but also ultimate them really quickly, with the help of a new War of the Smart card, hopefully do some crazy things. So a quick reminder before we break down Tamiyo Tribal for Modern. If you enjoy this deck, and you enjoy Against the Odds in general, it would be amazing of you if you could take a second, click that subscribe button down at the bottom of your screen. It's a great way to support the channel and the site for free. So let's talk Tamiyo Tribal, starting with, well, our newest Tamiyo. Tamiyo Collector of Tales is the reason this deck exists. The rules of Planeswalker Tribal is the Planeswalker needs at least 3 non-Planeswalker deck printings, and Tamiyo only had 2 until Collector of Tales came along. So that gives us 3 Tamiyos to build a Planeswalker Tribal deck, and we have 3 copies of each of the 3 Tamiyos. So Tamiyo Collector of Tales, kind of our eternal witness, grinding value from the graveyard, churning through our deck to find our other Tamiyos, and then Tamiyo Field Researcher and Tamiyo Moonsage, they're fine cards, but the main reason they're in our deck is because we are trying to ultimate them maybe as soon as the turn they come into play, and if we can ultimate them, individually, they're great, but together, they are absolutely insane. So if we ultimate Tamiyo Field Researcher, we get to draw 3 cards, and then we basically have an Omniscience emblem, and then Tamiyo Moonsage gives us an emblem where we have no maximum hand size, and then whenever a card goes into our graveyard, we get to return it to our hand, so that's kind of the payoff for the deck. We can't just grind out value with our Tamiyos, but really, we're trying to ultimate Field Researcher and Tamiyo Moonsage, with Tamiyo Collector of Tales kind of setting everything up and finding our pieces. So to make this plan work, we need some early game ramp. Birds of Paradise Noble Hierarch, just get us to our 4 and 5 mana Tamiyos a little bit quicker, and then when it comes to ultimating our Tamiyos, this is where the plan is kind of unique. We're not on the doubling season plan. Instead, we're using a new War of the Spark card, Evolution Sage. So Evolution Sage, when a land comes into play, we get to proliferate, and our deck has a bunch of fetch lands. It also has Knight of the Reliquary to find our fetch lands. So in theory, let's say we have Evolution Sage out, we can play a fetch land, crack a fetch land, that's 2 proliferates, and then we can Knight of the Reliquary, sack a land, get a fetch land, sack the fetch land, get another land, that's 2 more proliferates, so that is 4 proliferates, which is enough to get Tamiyo Field Researcher or Tamiyo the Moonsage from their starting loyalty to ultimating on the turn that they come into play. And then we get to do really cool things. The main payoff here is Cryptic Command. So what we're trying to set up is kind of hilarious. I mean, Cryptic's a fine counterspell, it keeps us alive, but really the big payoff is we get the Omniscience emblem, we get the Tamiyo return your stuff from your graveyard to your hand whenever it goes there emblem, and then we just Cryptic for free. It goes to the graveyard, comes back to our hand, goes to our graveyard, comes back to our hand, to bounce every one of our opponent's permanents, while also drawing through our entire deck, and then we trust that we'll win the game, with our Noble Hierarch if we want to, or whatever, Knight of the Reliquary, Evolution Sage, any one of our things, after we literally bounce all of our opponent's permanents, and draw as much of our deck as we want, and then can infinitely counter anything our opponent reassembles, or infinitely bounce anything they happen to replay, or just tap down their creatures forever, whatever we feel like, but Infinite Cryptic Command is the payoff for ultimating our Tamiyos with Evolution Sage and Knight of the Reliquary. Otherwise, Snapcaster lets us reuse our spells. Scavenging Ooze in the deck is Graveyard Hate and Life Gain, but also kind of cute with Proliferate because it does get counters, so we can grow it really big with Evolution Sage. Remand, Path to Exile, help keep us alive. Mana base, we're not going to talk about all of it. Basically, the deck has 10 fetch lands, a bunch of shock lands, a bunch of basic lands, but our utility lands, Gavany Township, backup plan, especially with Evolution Sage, put counters on everything, proliferate the counters, beat down with random Birds of Paradise, Ghost Quarter, Field of Ruin to deal with Tron lands and creature lands or whatever. Then we have our sideboard for more aggressive decks. Settle the Wreckage is a sweeper that doesn't kill our stuff. Night of Autumn, kind of a catch-all, life gain, creature with counters for proliferating, artifact and enchantment hate, and then a bunch of combo hate. Damping Sphere for Tron and Storm and anything along those lines, Arclight Phoenix decks, Surgical to pick apart combos from the graveyard, Stony Silence for Affinity and Tron in Hardened Scales, Dovin's Veto is a catch-all, and that is Tamiyo Tribal for Modern, and that's our Against the Odds deck for this week. So, this is going to be interesting. I'm really hoping we can set up the Infinite Cryptic command lock. That's all I really want to do with this deck, because it is hilarious when it happens. So, fingers crossed we actually get to do it. Anyway, let's get to the gameplay, see how Tamiyo Tribal actually works in practice. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will talk to you soon. Alright, Against the Odds time. We are Tamiyoing in Modern, and alright. Lots of mana dorks into lots of Tamiyos. Alright, Misty Rainforest, crack it. Grab a Breeding Pool, untapped, and Birds of Paradise, go. Windswept Heath for our opponent, yeah, and passing. Well, Noble Hierarch, Hallowed Fountain, pass the turn. Well, the ramp is on. Let's see what our opponent finds. Oh, they're playing Control. Alright. Opponent. I don't know what our opponent's playing. Thought Erasure. Well, they get to take one of our Tamiyos. Oh, they're playing the Nib Mizzet deck. Takes Big Tamiyo. Yep. Well, untap. Play the Plains. Play Tamiyo. Tick up for... let's go Tamiyo Field Researcher. Whiff, whiff, whiff. Go to combat, get him a Noble Hierarch. Opponent down to 17. Pillar of the Prunes. And Kolaghan's command on Noble Hierarch. Sure. Oh, I don't really want to lose Tamiyo. Alright, I think it's worth it. Get Big Tamiyo. Play Big Tamiyo. Tap down Pillar. Misty Rainforest. Go. Sacred Foundry. Tapped. Opponent passing. Alright, untap. Ooh, Cryptic. Well, take up Tamiyo for Evolution Sage. Whiff. Tamiyo, Pillar of the Prunes. Get in with Birds of Paradise. Pass the turn. Windswept Heath for our opponent. Unmoored Ego. Well, alright. Counter draw. Opponent, passing. Alright. Get back Cryptic. Play Flooded Strand. Play... Yeah, let's take up Tamiyo on Pillar. Play Knight of the Reliquary. Pass the turn. So in theory, next turn, if we can find Evolution Sage, we get to ultimate Big Tamiyo, and ultimating Big Tamiyo should be game. Godless Shrine, tapped. And if they try to play Nib Mizzet, we can counter it. Plains. Opponent, passing. Alright. Oh, gonna do something. They know about the Cryptic, so I don't think they can Nib Mizzet. Bring to Light. Yeah, we gotta counter that. So crack Misty. Take a Breeding Pool. Crack Flooded Strand. Take an Island. Cryptic, counter draw. We can still ultimate thanks to Knight of the Reliquary if we can find Evolution Sage. Into Remand. That's Evolution Sage. Alright, that should do it. So now we Evolution Sage. Knight of the Reliquary. Sack of Plains. Take a Fetch. Proliferate. Windswept Heath. Take a Forest. Proliferate. Ultimate Tamiyo for an emblem. Take up Tamiyo for Abandon Reason, because all the cards come back to our hand. So we actually don't need to hit. Knight, Tamiyo, land, Knight. Second Knight of the Reliquary. And yeah, pass the turn. And that should do it. Tamiyos have emblemed Evolution Sage doing its Evolution Sagey thing. Maybe we should have just left up multiple remands, but I think this is fine. Like, what's the worst that could happen? If our opponent kills our stuff, it comes back to our hand. They're not going to kill us. We pretty much just don't care what our opponent does here. Bring to late X5. Sure. I want to see what our opponent gets. I mean, we could remand it and win, but I'm kind of curious. Supreme Verdict. That's acceptable. I say we will return these cards to our hand. All right. And that was good. Sadly, I'm not sure. Oh boy, this deck is hard to play against. It has so many weird answers. So, playing against Niv to light. I guess we want the 2 Dovin's Vetoes. Going down maybe like 1 Snapcaster Mage, 1 Scavenging Ooze, and just run it like that. Yeah, this is a very strange matchup, but I mean, Tamiyos have good ultimates, and our deck, thanks to Evolution Sage, is good at ultimating Tamiyos. Okay, I mean, we'll keep this. Leaning on this Birds of Paradise, but Windswept Heath, opponent, passing. Windswept Heath, crack it. Breeding Pool, untapped, and Birds of Paradise. Go. Opponent cracks. Breeding Pool, tapped. Opponent. Windswept Heath, cracks it. Are we being thought erasured? Sacred Foundry, untapped. Lavinia. Alright. Yep. Well, Field of Ruin. I think we actually just Field of Ruin Sacred Foundry and take a Plains. And this gets Knight of the Reliquary big enough that it doesn't die to a Lightning Helix, which is probably the most common removal spell. Opponent. Yup. Lavinia getting in, hitting us. 15. Passes. Well, alright. Play Knight of the Reliquary. Alright, play Hallowed Fountain tapped. Pass the turn. Opponent. Windswept Heath. Combat. Not gonna block this turn. Opponent passing. Alright, we untap. Misty Rainforest, play Ghost Quarter. Play Tamiyo. Ugh. Alright, is it Charm? Can't pay. Pass the turn. Oh my... Oh, God. Could have paid. Oh, boy. Stomping Grounds, tapped. Yeah, that was a big mistake. We could have sacked a land to get an untapped land. Yeah, that was not ideal. Opponent. Passing. Well, sack a Plains. Get a Windswept Heath. Sack a Windswept Heath. Get a Temple Garden tapped. Untap. Misty Rainforest. Crack a Misty Rainforest. Let's see if we can undo this mistake. Grab a Island. Tamiyo. Number 2. Resolves. Tap down Pillar. Alright, Lightning Helix on Tamiyo. Yup. Yeah, let's just pass. That punt's gonna come back to haunt us, I think. I mean, I think we might still win the game, but the YouTube comments... I'm gonna be haunted. Opponent, Mana God Fluids. 3 cards in hand. Colligan's Command, gonna take down our Tamiyo. Alright, we can't really do anything about that. Discard a land. Opponent, passing. Well, Knight of the Reliquary. Sack Temple Garden. Take Gavany Township. Untap. Oh, more Tamiyos, eh? Well, let's play Tamiyo. Take up on Pillar. Combat. Attack with Knight of the Reliquary. Opponent. Down to 9. Well, we could have... Well, we'll see. Could have won easier if we did Pud, but we might still just win. Opponent. Attacks Tamiyo. Sure. We will take it. Down to 13. Opponent passes. Okay. Combat attack you? Is it Staticaster to chump block? And kill our birds. Wow. Okay. And GG's. Alright. Whoo! Well, there was a slight misplay along the way, and deserve to get yelled at in the YouTube comments, but we still saw the power just outpowering Niv. Huh! Not bad. Not bad, not bad. This deck's actually pretty sweet. Alright. Against the odds time, we are playing some Tamiyo Tribal, and this hand is risky. We're keeping it. Turn 1 Noble Hierarch, hopefully start remanding, or just draw lands. If Noble Hierarch dies, this hand can go wrong in a hurry. I'll grab a Breeding Pool, untapped, and Noble Hierarch. Go. Really need Hierarch to stick here. Opponent, untaps. And Mountain. And Foundry Street Denizen. Okay. Well, that's not a land. Well, pass the turn. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Not drawing lands against aggro is worrisome. Mountain for our opponent. Legion Loyalist. Resolves. Opponent, combat. Attacks. We will take it. I wish we could have remanded. Maybe we should have. Down to 14. Opponent passes. Alright, Birds of Paradise. Pass the turn, see if we're dead. Yeah, I guess we get in with Hierarch, because it's not doing anything else. Down to 14. Opponent. Land. Combat. Attacks. Well, we take 2, down to 12, sure. And opponent passes. Ooh, we draw land, okay. Well, play Windswept Heath. Yeah, let's just pass the turn for now. Mountain for our opponent. Goes to combat. Attacks for 2. We take it. Down to 10. Well, crack this. Grab a Plains. Cryptic. Bounce Foundry Street, draw a card. Into a land. How do we want to do this? We're at 9. Goblin Grenade is an issue. I think we just play Scavenging Ooze. Play a tap land. Pass the turn. Opponent untaps. Mountain. Opponent's flooding out a bit. Goblin Guide. Okay. Combat. Attacks. Top card is Cryptic. Well, block with Scavenging Ooze. Foundry Street. Well, we gotta start cycling remands. Draw Cryptic. Okay. Does not recast. I'll play Evolution. Actually, yeah, let's play Evolution Sage. Pass the turn. Opponent untaps. Ramanamp Ruins. Well, that's a way to get in some extra damage. Foundry Street resolves. Goblin Chieftain. Well, we will definitely remand Chieftain. Ooh, Path is fine. We would have liked to land, but that's fine. Opponent passing. Okay, there's a land. I'll play Windswept Heath. Proliferate for no value. Pass the turn. We're almost to the Tamiyo part. We got to play the control role for now, so we don't get janked out. Boy, opponent has drawn a lot of lands. That is one of the traditional problems with 8-whack. Well, let's Cryptic. Counter draw. And Bushwhacker. Alright, that resolves. Yup. Pumps the dorks. Pumps the dorks. 0 cards in hand, but 2 Ramanamp Ruins. Well, let's Path Loyalist. Opponent gets another land. Combat. Attacks. Well, we are going to block. Yup. Crack Windswept Heath down to 8. Temple Garden tapped. Untap. Gavany Township. Play Tamiyo. Take down Tamiyo for Ooze. Play Ooze. Pass the turn. Well, this has not been a pretty combo style game, but we might be getting enough value to stay alive. Opponent. Uh-oh. Whoa, that's a lot of mana. That's a scary amount of mana. Is this just Ramanop Ruins? Okay. Ramanop Ruins hits us to 6. Opponent. Maybe they have Goblin Grenade in hand. Well, let's start eating with Ooze. Goblin Chieftain, up to 7. Untap. Take up Tamiyo. For... I guess Snapcaster? I don't really know what we want here. We whiff. Yeah, let's Path Bushwhacker. Eat a Foundry Street Denizen. Play Tamiyo. Take up Tamiyo. Combat. Attack. This is a little greedy. But I don't think we can die to any one card. Get in with Ooze. Draw a card. Opponent down to 14. More Tamiyos. Pass the turn. If we... Alright, opponent scoops it up. I was going to say if we draw a fetch land, we can ultimate Tamiyo Field Researcher, and then we should be in decent shape. Well, opponent's going aggro. 2 Settles in, 2 Night of Autumn's in. Remands are not very good. Go down Remand, Remand, Remand. And go down... Ugh. Maybe one... Well, Tamiyo Field Researcher Ultimate's so good. Alright, let's cut all the remands. I just don't think remand's very good in this matchup. Our opponent's stuff is so cheap, they can recast it really easily. Evolution Sage is for days and days. We're going to mulligan that. Alright. Well, Knight of the Reliquary's fine. Scavenging Ooze is good. Plains for our opponent. And Legion Loyalist. Well, we're landing pretty hard on this path at the moment. Opponent gets in, hits us. Down to 19. Windswept Teeth go. Opponent. Combat. Getting in for 1. Yep. We will take 1. Ramanop Ruins. Mog Fanatic. And Legion Loyalist post-combat. Alright. Well, crack Windswept Teeth. Grab a Plains. Path Loyalist. Untap. Well, Windswept Teeth. Crack it. Grab a Forest. And play Scavenging Ooze. Pass the turn. No wax. No wax, please. Boat it. Foundry Street. Oh, into a whack. Here they come. Yeah. Well, we're taking 9. That is a lot of damages. And we can't block because of the Legion Loyalist. Or we're just chumping. Yeah, alright. Well, that is 9 to the face. Down to 7. Not ideal. Yup. And we're going to have to shock ourselves? Ugh. Opponent. Again. Alright, opponent, you're tapped out. You can do it. You can do it, opponent. You can pass the turn. I have faith. We draw Path. Well, yeah, Hallowed Fountain untapped. Pass the turn. I expect we're dead. Opponent untaps. Another whack. Yeah, that's a lot of whacking. Kill, block, block. Yeah, that does it. Alright. Well, double Bushwhacker 3 lands is where you want to be if you're playing the 8 whack deck. Good news is, we're on the play for game 3. And opponent probably won't draw 2 whacks again. Sadly, we have every sideboard card we want, but we have 1 land. Alright. Well, this we are going to keep, but there is high potential this ends with us losing. If they can kill our Noble Hierarch, we will probably never cast a spell. Breeding Pool, untapped, and Noble Hierarch, go. Opponent, Also, kind of annoying Field of Ruins in this matchup. Mountain. Yeah, there it is. That is what we were worried about. Fanatic. Kills Noble Hierarch. Well, come on, land. Please land. Alright, Birds of Paradise, Field of Ruin. Gonna stick with the risky Mana Dork plan. Pass the turn. Please. Not another one. No. Mountain. Magwar Marshal. Alright, opponent's just making some dorks. That's fine. We can deal with that. Opponent, passing. We still would like a land. Well. Okay. No land, so Evolution Sage, go. At least it's kind of a blocker. Magwar Marshal, you're gonna pay. Opponent says, no way. Yeah, gets a token. Mounted. And there is a whack. Well, I guess we just have to take 6. This isn't good, but yeah, alright. Down to 12. Opponent passes. Alright, pass the turn. Stand back on defense. Opponent untaps. Please, no more whacks. Combat. Opponent attacks. Well, block here. Path a token. Go to 11. And anger the gods. Well, come on, lands. Alright, play Scavenging Ooze. Ooh, lands! That is the downside of the Mana Dork plan, is if they die, you don't have mana. Ramanop Ruins for our opponent. Would really like Ooze to live. Anger the Gods number 2. Well, we're getting to the land or bust part of the game. Please, deck, land. Noble Hierarch. Back to the Mana Dork problem. I'm surprised our opponent brought in a bunch of Angers. Anger is pretty brutal against 8-whack. Land for our opponent. Reckless Bushwhacker. Gets in for 2. Well, we will take it. Down to 9. Opponent passes. Well, pass the turn. Opponent untaps. Land. Goes to combat. Passes. Well, this isn't pretty, but Snapcaster for Path to Exile. Path to Exile. Oh, what do we do? Yeah, let's hit Snapcaster. We gotta get the land. Grab a Plains. Untap. Knight of the Reliquary. Pass the turn. No attacks. Probably gonna die to a Goblin Grenade here. Opponent. Down to 7. Untaps. Yeah, Ramanop Ruins Goblin Grenade is lethal. Land for our opponent. And it looks like that's exactly what they have. Ramanop Ruins. And you got the Goblin Grenade? They do. Well, we knew this was a possibility. We just weren't going to win if we didn't hit lands. And boy, that was brutal. Huh. Alright. Against the odds time, we are Tamiyoing in Modern. And, no Tamiyos, but this hand looks relatively functional. Alright, Breeding Pool, untapped, and Noble Hierarch, go. See what our opponent's up to. Steam Vents, untapped, and passes. Well, let's just Field of Ruin, Birds of Paradise. Pass the turn. Getting down Tamiyo Moonsage next turn would be pretty sweet. Opponent ups. Opponent. Polluted Delta. And passes. Well, 1, 2, 3. Now play Hallowed Fountain, untapped. Go to combat. Get in with Birds of Paradise. I think we gotta wait since our opponent has mana up. Just wait, leave up Cryptic, see what happens. Opponent cracks Polluted Delta. I don't know what our opponent's playing. Watery Grave. Alright, playing Grixis Death Shadow, I assume. Well, Opt is weird, though. I don't know. Scalding Tarn for our opponent. And passing. Alright. I'll play an island. Pass the turn. Fatal Push on Birds of Paradise. Yeah, let's Cryptic it. Opponent Greg Scalding Tarn. Steam Vents, untapped. Remands are Cryptic? Really? Okay, sure. Thank you, opponent. We're going to remand it ourselves, but that's fine. Opponent. Passing. I'll play Flooded Strand. Pass the turn. Maybe this is just Grixis control. Snapcaster Mage. Well, Cryptic. Counter Snapcaster. Opponent untaps. And passes. Well, crack Flooded Strand. Take a Hollowed Fountain. Tapped. Untap. Oh, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I guess we gotta go for it. Play Breeding Pool untapped. Play Tamiyo. Opponent Cryptics. Well, we will remand the Cryptic. Get a Tamiyo. Tap down Watery Grave. Pass the turn. Alright. The Tamiyos are coming. And more are on the way. Opponent. Island. And passes. Passes. Well, Tamiyo. Tap down Steam Vents. Float some mana. Alright. Second main phase. Going to run out a Snapcaster. And target Opt. Okay. Let's play Tamiyo. Play Tamiyo. Tick up Tamiyo for remand. Play Evolution Sage. Land. Tapped. Proliferate. And pass the turn. 2 Tamiyos on 7. Alright, opponent. Opponent opts. We know there's a Cryptic. Well, opponent needs something decent here. Opponent. Combat. Tax Tamiyo. Well, sure. We'll take it to 5. Follow up. As foretold. Okay. Ancestral Visions. Alright, opponent's got a lot of cards, that's for sure. And ops. And land. And cracks. Blood Crypt. Untap down to 8. They're going to kill Evolution Sage? Fatal Push on Evolution Sage, sure. Well, we untap. Tamiyo. Well, Tamiyo taps Snapcaster. Tamiyo tick down for Cryptic. Cryptic bounce as foretold. Go to combat. Get in with Noble Hierarch. Temple Garden tapped. Pass the turn. Opponent untaps. Electrodominance. Yes. We do not want that to happen. Remand. Opponent passing. Oh, come on! Fetch land. Fetch land. Knight of the Reliquary. Take down Tamiyo for Cryptic. Tick up Tamiyo on Snapcaster Mage. Go to combat. Hit our opponent. Down to 6. Will the Tamiyos be enough? Pass the turn. Opponent untaps. Land. As foretold. Well, Cryptic. Opponent remands Cryptic. Yeah, okay. Ancestral Vision, sure. Opponent's bigger problem is us ultimating this Tamiyo, potentially. Crack Scalding Tarn down to 5. Island. Opponent ops. Okay. And passes. Huh. Well, take up Tamiyo. for Evolution Sage. Get one. Play Evolution Sage. Field of Ruin. Grab a land. Proliferate. Emblem. And yeah, pass the turn. I think we got there. Tamiyo's coming through. I don't know how our opponent beats this. Now Tamiyo's +3 is draw 4 cards, which is insane. Opponent, combat. You want to attack? Sure. That's fine. We will block. We will get back Evolution Sage. Opponent. Electro Dominance. So, remand. Opponent's going to counter, but then, sure, logic not. That's fine. You counter our remand. We will not pay. Remand goes to the graveyard, comes back to our hand, and then we remand again. Yes, please. How about a remand? And opponent, they know the end is here, and we were able to get through the As Foretold deck. Well, against this deck, interesting. Dovin's Veto for sure. Maybe go down a Path to Exile. Go down a Birds of Paradise. Surgical Extraction. Electro Dominance. What are they even putting into play? I'm a little confused. Slightly confused as to what's happening. Maybe we got to go down like an Evolution Sage for a Night of Autumn. Oh, I wish I knew what our opponent was doing more. Yeah, let's go up one Surgical. Try it like that. Well, that is the classic no-lander. Gonna have to ship that one. Alright, well. Yeah, we'll keep Scavenging Ooze. I guess this is fine. Polluter Delta. Opponent, passing. Well, Windswept Heath. Crack Windswept Heath. Breeding Pool. Untapped. And the Noblest Fires. Pass the turn. Opponent cracks. Blood Crypt. Tapped. Opponent. Steam Vents. Untapped. And Electro Dominance X0 for Ancestral Visions. Alright, you got us. Opponent passes. Well, play a Plains. Play Scavenging Ooze. Pass the turn. Opponent. Scalding Tarn. And kills our Ooze. Well, we will eat Electro Dominance. Crack Scalding Tarn. Grabs an island. And Ancestral Suspended. Alright. Opponent passes. Well, play Misty Rainforest. Crack Misty Rainforest. Grab a Hallowed Fountain. Untapped. Play Tamiyo, number 1. Take up Tamiyo. For remand, I guess? Yeah, let's go remand. Alright, we whiff, mill a bunch of stuff, pass the turn. Ancestral taken down. Opponent. Island. And a Blood Moon. Yikes, okay. Well, untap Tamiyo. Take up Tamiyo. For Knight of the Reliquary? Play Knight of the Reliquary. Pass the turn. Opponent ops. Can our opponent actually deal with an 8/8 Knight of the Reliquary, though? That is a big question. Ancestral, taken down to 2. Field of Ruin. Fulminator Mage. Okay. Opponent. Passing. While we untap. Opponent's leaving up mana. I'll take down Tamiyo. For Dovin's Veto. Go to combat. Attack. Opponent takes it. Down to 7. Play Gavany Township. Pass the turn. Ancestral, take it down. Opponent, combat. Attacks Tamiyo, yeah. Down to 2. What about the Knight of the Reliquary opponent? Opponent passes. I'll take up Tamiyo. Name Remand. Go to combat. Attack. Opponent runs out a Snapcaster. Okay, that resolves. For an opt. Opponent blocks. Okay. Well, pass the turn. Opponent opts. Untaps. Ancestral coming down. Well, we are going to counter that. Island. Ooh, Island's a good one for our opponent. Island potentially turns on Cryptic. Opponent passing. We untap. Take up Tamiyo. Name Birds of Paradise. Whiff. Go to combat. There's Cryptic. So we remand Cryptic. Draw a card. Attack. Opponent's got a chump. Yup. There's a block. Blows up our not basic mountain. Pass the turn. Alright, opponent. Let's see it. Cryptic. Bounces Knight of the Reliquary. Draws a card. Plays a mountain. Opponent passing. Well, take down Tamiyo for forest. Play the forest. Play Knight of the Reliquary. Pass the turn. And our opponent's a little locked under their own Blood Moon. Opponent. Tamiyo Knight of the Reliquary is sweet. Opponent passing. I'll take up. Name Noble Hierarch. Get a Noble Hierarch. Go to combat. Attack. Opponent has Snapcaster Mage. Alright, staying alive. Cryptic, not castable. Opponent. Knight of the Abyss. Opponent blocks. Well, play Hallowed Fountain, play Noble Hierarch. Pass the turn. Opponent untaps. Have we finally worn through it? Tamiyo's gonna get there? Opponent passing. I'll tick up. Name Remand. Whiff. Go to combat. Attack with Knight of the Reliquary. Opponent. Snapcaster. Gonna jump block. They are putting up a fight. They are not just giving up here. Even locked under their own Blood Moon. Opponent. Gonna jump with Snapcaster. Sure. Well, we play Evolution Sage. Temple Garden. Proliferate. Pass the turn. Opponent. Untaps. Is it over? Did we finally get there? I don't know if our opponent should have played that Blood Moon, honestly. That might have been a bit of a mistake. Cryptic. Well, remand. And opponent scoops it up, and it wasn't pretty, but overcoming the control deck through a Blood Moon with Tamiyo Collector of Tales value. Alright. Alright. Not bad. Sweet. Alright. Against odds time, we are playing some Tamiyo Tribal in Modern. And, yeah. Alright, we'll keep this. No Tamiyos, but we actually have a pretty functional hand of magic cards. Opponent. Oh, what are they up to? Spire Bluff Canal. Oh boy. Alright. Well, it should be interesting. Opponent passes. Misty Rainforest, crack it. Breeding Pool. Untapped. And the Noblest of Hierarchs. So opponent storming, controlling. Probably Storm. Almost definitely Storm. Yeah, opponent peeks, gets a look, untaps. Scalding Tarn. Crack Scalding Tarn. Gets an island. Oh, Kiln Fiend. Alright, definitely not Storm. Well, yeah. Path to Exile Kiln Fiend. Play an island. Pass the turn. Huh. Alright, so this is probably like an all-in Kiln Fiend prowessy combo deck. Opponent. Untaps. Scalding Tarn. Monastery Swift Spear. Sleight of Hand. Opponent. Combat. Get in for 2. Yeah, we'll take it. Down to 15. Crack Scalding Tarn. Mountain. Well, yeah. We will remand Thing in the Ice. Untap. Temple Garden tapped. Pass the turn. Opponent. Serum Visions. Pumps a Swift Spear. And Lightning Bolt on the Noblest of Hierarchs. Well, we will Snapcaster Mage for Path to Exile. We lose the Hierarch. Opponent gets in, hits us. Teamer Battle Rage. Alright, opponent's just all in. All the pup spells. So we take 8. Down to 7. Opponent passes. Well, play Knight of the Reliquary. Gonna need to draw some Tamiyos. Misty Rainforest. Crack Misty Rainforest. Take a Hallowed Fountain. Tapped. Gotta get out of bolt range. Pass the turn. Thing in the Ice. 1 unknown card in our opponent's hand. Untaps. There's the Thing in the Ice. Opponent. Combat. No attacks. Alright, so play Knight of the Reliquary. Opponent lightning bolts our face. Yup. Counter off Thing in the Ice. Windswept Heath. Pass the turn. Opponent untaps. Kiln Fiend. Okay. Opponent. Passing. Well, crack Windswept Heath. Get a Hallowed Fountain tapped. Knight of the Reliquary. Sack a Hallowed Fountain. Get a Windswept Heath. Untap. Play Knight of the Reliquary. Play Field of Ruin. Go to combat. Attack. Opponent blocks. And Teamer Battle Rages. Okay. Counter off Thing in the Ice. So we're going to need our opponent to whiff for once. So we will crack Windswept Heath. Take a Plains. Field of Ruin. Take a Forest. Sack the Plains. Take a Ghost Quarter. Kill the Kiln Fiend. And, alright. Pass the turn. See what the magic gods have in store for us. Opponent. That is exactly what we need our opponent not to draw. Sleight of hand. Into sleight of hand. And we scoop it up. That is... yeah. Alright, good running. Good running. So, against this deck, I don't know if we actually change much of anything. Maybe go down like a couple of remands for Dovin's vetoes and, yeah, run it like that. We needed 1 turn, roughly, with our opponent not drawing into the cantrip into cantrip thing. Well, this is a hand with no mana. This is a hand where we're probably going to get wrecked by lightning bolts. Temple Garden, untap, Noble Hierarch. Got to give our opponent something to target with their lightning bolt. Opponent, Steam Vents, untapped. And there's a lightning bolt, as predicted. Can see the future. Alright, well, let's play a Noble Hierarch. Got to keep feeding the bolts. Play Misty Rainforest, go. Opponent, Sleight of Hand. And Island. And Sleight of Hand. We would like to draw another fetch land here, mostly. Opponent passing. Well, crack Misty. Take a Breeding Pool tapped. Untap. Knight of the Reliquary, go. Opponent. Sleight of Hand, part 3. And Knight of the Reliquary still in bolt range here, which is not good. That's the main reason we were hoping for a fetch land. Mountain. And Thing in the Ice. Alright, so Knight of the Reliquary is going to survive, which is good. Opponent passing. Well, Path, Thing in the Ice. Play Noble Hierarch. Play Birds of Paradise. Sack Breeding Pool. Get a Windswept Heath. Pass the turn. Alright, opponent, what do you got? 6 cards in hand. That is a lot more than us. Serum Visions. Well, maybe it's not that much of a surprise their opponent drew a cantrip. They seem to be playing a very high number of cantrips. Kiln Fiend. Opponent. Passing. Well, crack Windswept Heath. Get a Breeding Pool tapped. Untap. Play Windswept Heath. Crack Windswept Heath. Take a Forest. Play Tamiyo. Tamiyo. Tap down Kiln Fiend. Get him a Noble Hierarch. Opponent. Down to 16. Okay. This might be working. Opponent. Untaps. Thing in the Ice. And Oh boy. Are they actually going to flip Thing in the Ice here? That would be insane. Manamorphose, counter off Thing in the Ice. Adds mana. Land. Manamorphose number 2. Counter off Thing in the Ice. Adds mana. Second Thing in the Ice. That's not ideal. Seriously? Okay. Counter off Thing in the Ice. Yup. Alright, down to 1 counter. Well, Knight of the Reliquary, sack a Forest. Get a Windswept Heath. Sack the Windswept Heath. Get a Hallowed Fountain. Tapped. Another Tamiyo would be good. Untap. Evolution Sage. Oh, I really want to draw cards. It's so risky. Yeah, draw cards. Play Tamiyo Collector of Tales. Tick down for Path to Exile. Path to Exile. Thing in the Ice. Opponent has Dispel. Gonna flip Thing in the Ice. Well, float a mana. Sack a land. Get a Misty Rainforest. Yeah, the Dispel's gonna work. Flips and bounces everything. Well, crack Misty. Temple Garden. Untapped. Play Noble Hierarch. And pass the turn. We know our opponent's hand. No action. No action in hand. Opponent untaps. What do they draw? You really gotta be joking. Alright. Opponent draws Blood Moon off the top. Plays a Kiln Fiend. Yeah, that's frustrating, would be the words for what happened. Gets in it Tamiyo, kills Tamiyo. Take up Tamiyo, name whatever. Night of Autumn. Whiff, mill a bunch of stuff. Play Noble Hierarch. Pass the turn. Yeah, well, that was the top deck of the year, unfortunately. Opponent continues to top deck incredibly well, and we will scoop it up. All right, well, as they say, better to run good than to play good. All right, against the odds time, we are Tamiyo proliferating in Modern, and we'll keep this. We have Ramp, Tamiyo, ways to proliferate. Oh, well, all right. Raven's Crime. Hooray. We'll discard Path to Exile. This might be fun. Well, if we can get down Tamiyo, Collector of Tales, life is hilariously good against 8 rack. I don't know what the odds of that are, but Noble Hierarch, go. Next turn, we can maybe remand something into a land into Tamiyo, which shuts down all discard. Oh my god, it would be so awesome. Oh, I would be the happiest. Opponent, no thought seizes, please. Oh my goodness. All right, that's most likely game. Okay. There goes our mana. Oh, Tamiyo Collector of Tales is so good, but we're never going to cast it. Alright. We will discard Evolution Sage. We will lose our entire board. Not the best time to lose a die roll, I will say. If we were on the play, our life would be a bit better. Oh, Misty Rainforest, go. Come on, nothing good. Opponent sack their Mutavault. Our long-term goal is still to get down this Tamiyo. Opponent, Raven's Crime. Well, we will discard Remand. Opponent's passing. We draw. Tamiyo, play Gavany Township, pass the turn. Ugh, looks like the dream is not happening. Opponent untaps. Ooh, Whiffquisition of Kozilek. That's good. That's good. Let's draw some stuff we could cast. Oh, Tamiyo's so insane. We draw 4 mana Tamiyo that we can't cast because we got hit by smallpox. Alright, pass the turn. Tamiyo Collector of Tales is just like, I win in this matchup. I don't know if we'll ever get it down. Swamp. If they have Wrench Mine, we're going to cry. Opponent passes. Evolution Sage. Pass the turn. Okay, lands, please. How about some lands, please? Opponent. Mutavault. And I assume Liliana. That's a Liliana. Well, we will discard Evolution Sage. Opponent discards another Liliana. We untap. We draw a Birds of Paradise. Well, we gotta go for it. I assume they just take down Liliana, which kills our Birds of Paradise. Yeah, we're having a hard time sticking mana. Well, play Birds of Paradise. Pass the turn. Potent. Inquisition. Whiffquisition Part 2. Okay, yes, all 4 mana Tamiyos. Well, they're definitely going to take down this Liliana now. They can't risk us playing Tamiyo Collector of Tales, because it just essentially wins us the game. Yeah, takes down, kills birds. Opponent, passing. We draw. Not a land, well, alright, play Scavenging Ooze. Pass the turn. Opponent can take down Liliana, but it does cost them Ensnaring Bridge. Alright. Well, now they don't have to take down. Takes up. We will discard Field Researcher. Oh, do we need lands? Opponent discards a land. We untap. We draw. Tamiyo Field Researcher. Well, we will pass the turn. Oh my goodness. Turn 8. Still 2 lands. Well, I guess 3 because we got Smallpox, but this is not ideal. Opponent. Shrieking Affliction. Alright, so that will be some damage eventually. Ticks up. We discard Field Researcher. Exile Raven's Crime. Untap. Path Exile. Well, we will pass the turn, since we are not drawing land still. This has been brutal. Eat the Raven's Crime. Pass the turn. Opponent. I mean, I guess Liliana Ultimate's not that good, because we don't have any permanents to sacrifice. Tavalt. Opponent. Can attack. Oh, Lord Almighty, it's a land. It's a land! Oh! It's a land! Okay, pass the turn. We're getting close. We're getting close to a Tamiyo. Opponent's passing. Ticks up. We discard Path to Exile. We Field of Ruin, the Mutavault. Grab a Forest. Oh, come on, land. Come on, land. Come on, land. Oh! Windswept Heath. We will play Tamiyo. Oh, and now life is good. Now life is very good. Tamiyo Collector of Tales. Spells and abilities your opponent control can't cause you to discard cards or sacrifice permanents. Then we will get back a... Actually, maybe we just tick up. Yeah, let's tick up. For Evolution Sage. Whiff. Alright, pass the turn. So we're taking a ping from the Shrieking Affliction this turn. Alright, Mutavault. That could get our Tamiyo if it can attack eventually. Well, we had to fight through some hard times, but we might have got there. We take 3. Down to 11. We draw land. How do we want to do this? Let's Tamiyo for Field of Ruin. Play Field of Ruin. Pass the turn. Tamiyo is hilarious! Oh, I didn't think we were going to get it down, but we got it down, and I don't think our opponent can beat it. Mutavault. Well, we will Field of Ruin. Take an island. Liliana does nothing. Opponent's deck does nothing. Ooh, another Shrieking Affliction. Alright, well, we gotta make sure we keep enough cards in hand. Haha! Wait. This shouldn't happen. Okay. Yeah. Opponent discards a card. We untap Noble Hierarch. Well, take up Tamiyo. For Evolution Sage. Miss. Pass the turn. The Rack. Okay. As long as we keep cards in hand, which we should be able to, that's fine. Yeah, we will not discard. Liliana's ultimate doesn't do anything either. Oh, this is the best. Opponent passes. The Rack does nothing. Shrieking Afflictions do nothing. We draw Knight of the Reliquary. Alright, let's try this again. Evolution Sage. Alright, there's Evolution Sage. Play Evolution Sage. Play Noble Hierarch. Windswept Heath. Proliferate. Pass the turn. Land for our opponent. Takes up Liliana. Haha, we will not discard. Opponent's passing. Well, crack. Let's not even crack. Let's untap. Take one. Draw Path to Exile. Get back. Actually, let's crack a land first. I want to make sure that we actually have a blue source to fetch. We do. All right. Hallowed Fountain down to 6. Proliferate. Tamiyo. Get back Big Tamiyo. Play Big Tamiyo. Tap down a land. Combat. Attack Liliana. Pass the turn. Opponent ticks down. Haha. Doesn't do anything. Our deck is really hilariously good at this. Sack Windswept Heath. Temple Garden tapped. Proliferate. Untap. Take 0. Flooded Strand, proliferate. Crack Flooded Strand. Get the plains. Proliferate. Ultimate Tamiyo. Tamiyo. Get back Cryptic Command. Attack Liliana, and now it should be over. Now we just have infinite Cryptic Commands, and we will bounce all of our opponent's stuff, and we will win the game. Opponent, you know what? I think we will not discard. Oh, it's so good. Oh, this Tamiyo's hilarious. Our opponent cannot beat it. Daravel. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4. Counter target spell. Bounce and Snaring Bridge. Oh my god. We mistapped. Counter target spell. Bounce and Snaring Bridge. Tamiyo Emblem. Gets us back Cryptic. Yes, please. Opponent passes. We take 0. Play Tamiyo Field Researcher. Take down Tamiyo. For a Ghost Quarter. Play Ghost Quarter. Proliferate. Play Knight of the Reliquary. Combat. Attack Liliana. Kill Liliana. Oh boy. We're almost to our combo. Opponent. I think we can do it next turn. Ensnaring Bridge returns. That's fine. Land. Is it infinite Cryptic time? Oh my goodness. Are we there? Take 0. So, float a mana. Sack a land. Return a land. Tutor up a land. Proliferate. Plains. Proliferate. Ultimate Tamiyo. Oh, double emblem. Double emblem. Bounce them all. Pick them all up. This is what we were trying to do. Cryptic. Bounce Urborg. Wait, why can we not play this for free? Alright, yep. Bounce Urborg. Return it. Yes, please. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, this is the best. This is the best ever. Oh man. This is exactly what we wanted to do with this deck. 100%. Oh, double emblem thanks to Evolution Sage. With Tamiyo also kind of shutting down our opponent's deck. Infinite Cryptic Commands. Infinite Cryptics. Pick them all up. We could actually draw our entire deck, except we're in danger of milling ourselves out. Oh, wow, that was beautiful. That was pretty amazing. All right, so I think our main plan here, we're going to go down remands, I think. I think our main plan here is, do we want Surgical? Maybe Dovin's Veto. Snapcaster's a little meh. Our main plan here is to stick a Tamiyo Collector of Tales, which is absurd. It is pretty close to just I win the game in this matchup. Path is a little hit or miss. We have lands that can deal with Mutavault. Let's bring in one more Veto for Path to Exile. Run it like that. All right. Well, we got a plan. We got a plan. Oh, I can't believe we pulled off the combo. Wow, Tamiyo was hilarious in that matchup. It invalidates their entire deck. It invalidates their sacrifice. It invalidates their discard. Tamiyo Collector Tales is just the one-woman wrecking machine of 8-rack or 10-rack. I don't know if I've ever seen a single card wreck a single deck. That's like Stony Silence against Affinity Good, except it might actually be better than Stony Silence against Affinity. Like, it is that crazy. Alright, we're on the draw. We have our Tamiyos. Not that that means much at the moment, because our opponent gonna have lots of discard, because that's what 8-rack does, or 10-rack, whatever. Some indeterminate number of racks. We saw a rack, we saw Shrieking Eviction, we saw Daravel, so probably 10 racks. Well, let's see if we can stick a Tamiyo. I guess Tamiyo Field Researcher is also okay, just because it can draw us cards with our creatures. Oh, opponent's going to 5. Alright, opponent's looking for answers to Tamiyo. Well, he chose to play last, interesting. Alright, Temple Garden tapped. Pass the turn. Opponent. Swamp. And Raven's Crime. Well, we will discard Dovin's Veto. Opponent, passing. Forest go. Can we get to Tamiyo Collector of Tales? Swamp. Opponent, passing. Now play a Plains. Pass the turn. Next turn is the turn of truth. We will see. Dark Confidant! Okay! That's good news. So, Island. Tamiyo Collector of Tales. Tick up Tamiyo Collector of Tales. Name Noble Hierarch. Oh, we actually get a Noble Hierarch. Alright, pass the turn. Opponent, Bob, gets a Mutavault. Plays the Mutavault. Well, do they have Planeswalker removal? That's another question. Opponent. Hand Tamiyo. Sure. Down to 4. Daravel. Alright. Well, that would be good if we didn't have a Tamiyo. Ooh, and a fetch land. Alright, so play... Alright, let's tick up for Tamiyo Collector of Tales number 2 with play Evolution Sage, play Birds of Paradise, Flooded Strand, Proliferate, and pass the turn. Dark Confidant gives our opponent a Swamp. Alright. Swamp for our opponent. And Leyline of the Void. Alright. Sure. Opponent, combat. If they attack with Bob, we will block. Actually, will we block? 1. If we draw, actually, we will not block. Because we get to just ultimate Tamiyo. Alright, yeah, that's fine. Instead, we just win, essentially. Untap. Play Tamiyo Field Researcher. Crag a fetch land. Get a Temple Garden. Untapped. Proliferate. Take down Tamiyo for a fetch land. Play a fetch land. Proliferate. Crack a fetch land. Get a tap land. Proliferate. Ultimate Tamiyo. Draw 3 cards Omniscience. Play a Tamiyo for free. Play Knight of Autumn for free. Blow up Leyline of the Void. Take up Tamiyo. Go to combat. Attack our opponent. Draw a card. Yeah, play a Noble Hierarch. And pass the turn. Whew! The insta-ultimate. This deck is kind of working. I mean, our Tamiyo's so... Wow. Wow, Tamiyos! Everything is free. Life is insanely good. Oh, this is as good as it gets. Whoa! Alright, Tamiyos. The insta-ultimate. We ultimated in 1 turn with Evolution Sage. Mutavault, sure. Would you like to go attacking, opponent? Oh, this might be the best Tamiyo matchup in the history of Magic. Well, we will block Mutavault, block Bob. We can actually just ultimate Tamiyo again? Alright, kills birds, sure. Yeah, I guess we just keep ultimating Tamiyos. Oh, okay. Well, I guess we still can. Opponent, Fatal Pushes again. And Shrieking Affliction. Well, alright. So we... Oh my god, it's Big Tamiyo. 1, 2, 3... Alright, so take down Tamiyo for Evolution Sage. Cast Big Tamiyo for free. Cast Evolution Sage for free. Flooded Strand. Proliferate. Crack Flooded Strand. Get a land tapped. Proliferate. Emblem Tamiyo again. Tap down a land. Unfortunately we didn't draw much. Birds of Paradise, Noble Hierarch, Noble Hierarch. Go to combat. Yeah, let's get rid of the Planeswalker just in case. Hit our opponent. Yeah, pass the turn. Oh, this is insane. Thoughtseize. That's a good one against Tamiyo. I mean, we're gonna ultimate big Tamiyo next turn. And then we go infinite and a half. Opponent passes. Now play Field of Ruin. Proliferate. We don't have Cryptic yet, though. Emblem Tamiyo. Get back Tamiyo. Cast Tamiyo. Combat. Attack. Opponent takes 3. Draw some cards. There's Cryptic, and that should do it. Bounce. Return. Yes. Bounce. Return. Yes. Bounce. Return. Yes. Bounce. Return. Yes. This looks like a flawless victory incoming. Bounce. Return. Yes. Bounce. Return. Yes. Flawless Tamiyo tribal victory. And, yeah, I mean, pass the turn. Oh, I'm so glad you voted on this deck, everyone. Oh, that's one of the sweetest things we've done in a long time. Oh, man. 3 emblems. 3 emblems. Opponent. Flawless Tamiyo victory. It doesn't get any better than that. All right, Evolution Sage is sweet, and our Tamiyos are sweet too, and the emblems are even sweeter, and yeah, I guess that's how we do it with Tamiyos. All right, that was a good one. So what do we learn this week about Tamiyo Tribal in Modern? And overall, record-wise, we were roughly 50%. So in our video matches, we were 3-2, but we actually played 8-whack twice in a row, lost to it both times. Does not feel like a great matchup. The good news is, the deck combos in a really sweet way, and we did pull off the combos that we wanted. We had some incredibly explosive Tamiyo turns, the turns where we'd Evolution Sage, land, ultimate stuff, and then we did assemble what we wanted to assemble, the infinite Cryptic command, bounce all your stuff, draw our entire deck lock. So the combo part of the deck worked really well. Also, something else we learned, Tamiyo Collector of Tales is really good. I mean, yes, it can get picked apart from your hand by discard, but it comes in with high loyalty. Making it so you can't discard stuff or sacrifice stuff is hilariously relevant against a reasonable number of decks. Cards like Thoughtseize are popular, Inquisition of Kozilek, Liliana of the Veil, so the ability's relevant. Of course, we saw it just go off, like literally go off against 8-rack, where it is just almost a joke how effective it is. Not only does it shut down the discard, assuming you get it down before your opponent strips it from your hand, but if you get it down quick enough, it shuts off the discard and it shuts off the answers to discard, like Liliana's and Delirium Skines and other things that are designed to get around leyline effects. Tamiyo doesn't care about those either, so it is insanely effective in those matchups. So overall, the deck, competition-wise, kind of middling. Combo-wise, it was like a 9 out of 10, because I think the ultimate 2 Tamiyos with Evolution Sage, Cryptic command infinitely to lock you out of the game, bounce all your permanents, get a flawless victory, that's gotta be one of the sweetest wins you can pull off in Modern. So, middle in terms of level of competition, although I think there's some stuff that's worth exploring in this deck. I was really impressed with the combo of Evolution Sage and Knight of the Reliquary. We're using it to ultimate Tamiyos, but you could use this in a Bant Shell to like ultimate Jaces, or to fairies, or really any planeswalker, because it gets you from 0 to 60 really fast, and I was very impressed by that. So I think there might be something worth exploring with like the landfall proliferate planeswalker type shell, even beyond the Tamiyos. Like the Tamiyos were great, and the only downside is if we don't ultimate the Tamiyos, they're kind of meh. Like Tamiyo Field Researcher is probably the worst of the bunch if we can't ultimate, since yes, we can get a damage, maybe draw some cards, maybe tap something down, but the abilities aren't super duper relevant. We don't have a ton of evasive creatures. The -2 is expensive. Tamiyo Moonsage, if we can get it down on like turn 3, just tapping down a land every turn is good. Tamiyo Collector of Tales, though, I think is the most powerful of the Tamiyos, just in a vacuum. Like if I had to choose one Tamiyo to have on the battlefield every game, an emblem of Tamiyo, let's say, or a leyline of Tamiyo, it would probably be Collector of Tales, because the ability abilities are good. It's only 1 more mana than Eternal Witness with additional upside, and it's hilarious if we do Ultimate Moonsage, because then all of a sudden the +1 is essentially just draw 4 cards because they all go to the graveyard and then we all get it back to our hand. Not that we need more ways to win once we Ultimate Tamiyo Moonsage, because then life is good. Like, once we get the ultimates, they're pretty unbeatable. So, all in all, I thought the deck was really fun. It's fun, it's cool, I want to explore Evolution Sage, Knight of the Reliquary, Planeswalkers more. The Tamiyos were good, especially Tamiyo Collector of Tales, and the combo just really unique and very powerful when we pull it off. So, anyway, that's been Tamiyo Tribal for Modern, and that's been our Against the Odds deck for this week. So thank you so much for watching. I hope y'all enjoyed it, and I will talk to you soon. Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, help us out by clicking that like button down below. And to keep up on all the latest and greatest, click that subscribe button. And don't forget to hit that bell icon to get alerts whenever we have new videos. And if you want to, check out some of our other sweet videos here and here.